it's Shannon. I'm going to do another cooking session with you today. I'm back in Washington and I have my whole kitchen. I love this kitchen in comparison to the beach cottage. In any case, I'm going to do a simple dish for you today. It's going to be my Mexican hot soup. So here we go. Okay, so you're going to notice that I have one tomato, that's my vegetable, and I'm going to chop it up and I'm going to place it in this saucepan over medium heat. I have to report that this morning I was down by another 1.4 pounds. Really a good loss, and here's the kicker. I didn't eat at home at all yesterday. I ate out all day. Didn't have any breakfast at all, just had my tea, my normal tea. Ran some errands, and then I met my daughter at Qdoba. And all I ate at Qdoba was the salad. I asked them just to put the lettuce in a bowl and half of the chicken. They did that and nothing else, and then I squeezed lime over it and salt and pepper, and it was delicious because their chicken is marinated and spiced, and it's just absolutely delicious. And I just had water to drink, and I totally enjoyed myself. It was delicious food, good company. Then I hung out at my son's house the rest of the day with my granddaughter and played and let my daughter-in-law have a nap. And then my husband met us there, and we went out to dinner to Mod Pizza, M-O-D, Made on Demand Pizza place. You would think that that would be a not good place to go when you're on a diet, but oh my gosh, it was so good. I didn't order a pizza. I ordered the standard salad, and it said it came with greens and roasted peppers, and I said, can you keep the peppers out? And they said, no, it's already all pre-made. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll pick them out myself. It turned out not to be roasted peppers, but just chopped green pepper, bell pepper. And they were really, really small, and I kind of picked them out as much as I could. I know I got one or two. They were teeny, teeny little pieces, so I got one or two, I know. But there weren't very many in the first place. And then I also asked for them to put chicken over it, and lo and behold, they didn't put very much chicken, which was a good thing, because I forgot to ask them for like half of a serving of chicken, and then lemon. Lemon was the dressing, and I salt and pepper, and it was tasted different too because their chicken was also marinated differently in the pizza place. Thoroughly enjoyed my dinner, thoroughly enjoyed my company, my son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter and husband. And when I got home, I had a cut-up strawberry for dessert. Oh, and while I was at my granddaughter's house, I had an apple, just a cut-up apple, and I shared it with her. And then when I got home, I had the strawberry. Oh, and you know what else I did? I have to admit, I just ate little pieces of crust off of the made-to-order pizza. It was very, very thin, like flatbread, and the ingredients was the same as grissini. There's no additives or preservatives or anything. So I just ate like probably less than what a grissini or a Melba toast would have been, and I don't consider it cheating because it's something that's on the list as far as, you know, like a homemade grissini would be. And this morning, being down by 1.4, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I'm so glad to be able to share with everybody that you really can eat out on P2. Now you'll notice that the tomato chunks, it's just tomato in this saucepan. And I'm going to be heating them up until they're mushy and there's lots of liquid. Now while I'm stirring them over this heat and making them mushy, I'm going to go ahead and add my spices. I'm going to put in some garlic powder, and I'm just eyeballing this. You can add more or less to your taste. I am going to put some chopped dried onions. I didn't put very many chopped dried onions because I really believe in the concept of not mixing your vegetables. A lot of people say they mix their vegetables without any problem. Well, of course there's no problem. But what if you could gain more by not mixing your vegetables? I mean, release more by not mixing your vegetables. You know, yesterday's meal, the other thing that I realized recently after rereading Pounds and Inches, by the way, I think, you know, I should take my own advice and do that. But is that I didn't think that you were supposed to eat the same protein or the same veggie in the same day. I thought you were, if you ate lettuce at lunch, you were supposed to pick something different at night, and if you had chicken at lunch, you were supposed to pick something different at night. Didn't realize that you could pick the same thing, which is what I did yesterday. I just had lettuce and chicken all day, 2 different meals. And knowing that has kind of revolutionized my diet, but that I'm able to, when I know that I can eat chicken twice a day because I prefer it more than I do any of the fish, then I'm not so tempted to mix my veggies. And after such a huge loss yesterday, I'm just such a believer in the not mixing your vegetables to get a higher release yield. So you can mix your vegetables. People have done it. You can add other vegetables too, but I don't believe that you're going to get as much releases. Now I'm going to add my chicken. There's 100 grams of chicken here, and I cut it up into really, really small little bites, little chunks. And instead of putting the chili powder in with my tomatoes, I'm actually going to chili powder the chicken first. And I'm also going to put some onion salt on my chicken. And, of course, my favorite all-time spice, turmeric. Just because it's an anti-inflammatory, it's so good for you, and I even like the taste. Okay, now we're going to add the chicken to the mushy tomatoes. Watching the chicken, and when it's no longer pink, I'm going to go ahead and add my water. I've got 1 cup measured here, but I might add less depending on how thick the soup looks, how good it looks. Also, I want to share with you a product that I found. It's by Dorot. It's a chopped, frozen, or fresh frozen cilantro in these little squares. This is the last one that I have because I tend to buy cilantro and then it goes bad quickly. It's all mushy and brown. It's yuck. But this stuff can keep in your refrigerator indefinitely, or your freezer indefinitely. And it has just the right cilantro taste. It's just great. So I'm going to add that. Fresh cilantro would be fine in this as well as dried. Now I'm going to add my water. A little bit at a time just to see how it goes, see how it looks. My aunt gave me the Mexican hot soup recipe, and truly, what makes it hot is green chilies, and she also adds shell macaronis to it, which I am not mixing my veggies, so there's no green chilies, and of course there's no pasta, so no shell macaronis, which is why I cut the chicken into small little, kind of like macaroni-like sizes. Okay, I'm going to add the whole 1 cup of water. I will turn the heat way down, let it simmer for a few minutes, and then I'll serve it. And there you have it, Mexican hot soup. Yum!